On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 102. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
My name's Jimmy Cirillo. You can find me on Twitter at Jimmy Cirillo.
Boom. So my brain is fried right now. I'm like trying to think, what do I say next? And I can't. But fun news. We are booked up until episode 132, one something like that. So booked for the next 30 episodes. But if you want to submit your setup, you can. pimpmysetup.com/Q. I get questions every day. That's how you do it. Just go to that website. It'll tell you everything you need to know. And yes, there is a thing called a fast pass, but it's not something that's required. If you want to skip the line, you can. And it will cost you $25. And that's the price you pay to skip the line. And what else did I want to say? I don't know. But Jimmy, if you got, because everyone always wants to see the co-host setup. So not only are you seeing a photo right now, but you can also go to his channel, which I'll link down below. And hopefully today or tomorrow or in the next few days, you'll have a full setup tour up, right?
Yep.
That's going to be awesome. I mean, guys, his setup's pretty badass. Okay, we have 10 setups to get through. Let's try to do it in a decent amount of time because stuff. So here we go. First setup of the day submitted by Sam. Sam said, "What up, diggity dog? I use this setup mainly for editing, watching movies, some mild gaming. I really like this setup and I think it would benefit from an ultra wide, but guess what? I ain't got that cash money." I may have added a few words into that, but how old do you think he is?
I'm going to guess 13.
13? Whoo, he's 17. You just slapped him right across the face. He's probably like, you know what? I don't even care, man.
He needs to get on my level.
So what do you think? Like, what gave it away that you thought he was 13?
It's just really simple and plain. And I don't know. I guess he does have a candle.
Yeah, sophisticated. I mean, you know, once you got a candle, you're up.
The GoPro sticker.
Yeah. I mean, my first initial thought here is, like you said, it's simple. It's like, you know what? It works. Its usability is great. I mean, I don't understand how he uses the mouse without a mouse pad. I mean, that just screams extended mouse pad in my eyes. Then, you know, cables behind the monitor, like, those are so easy to fix. And then you'd have perfect cable management.
I know.
It's like, it drives me insane. But the one thing I really don't understand is, like, everything feels so small. And I think that's all because of the things on the wall. Mm-hmm. It's like, I feel like it's a setup for ants, you know? And then he's got this huge ass, like, surfboard thing to the left. And it's like, okay, well, I guess it's not like a small setup. My brain, like I said, is fried, so I don't really make a lot of sense. So, Jimmy, if this was your setup, what would you do to make it better?
I would probably either get another monitor or, like you said, an ultra wide.
Mm-hmm.
The headphones are in kind of a weird place.
Yeah,
I think. And I don't know if they're hanging or if they're just leaning against the wall.
I think they're leaning because, like you said, with the GoPro sticker, that's just like a sticker. I don't think it's like GoPro manufactured headphone stand for some odd reason.
And I would also definitely get a larger poster or maybe a couple more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the comic book thing is dope, but you have to have more than 3.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely a starting point to say the least, but it just, everything looks so small because of that. Like I said, extend the mouse pad. People are saying, the stool? Where's the stool? Am I missing something?
No stool. Maybe they're talking about the trash can?
Yeah, everyone's like, take the stool away. That's a garbage can. I was so confused reading that. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, it's a garbage can. Definitely not a stool. So I think that's, you know, maybe it's not in the best spot. Maybe put it by the surfboard in that corner.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because that would free up some space. And then like that one cable, I know I'm nitpicking because it's a white cable in the bottom left, but it's like, that's so easy to fix too. And it really is a great, simple setup. So we have to nitpick, but it just feels like bleh. You know, I don't know what else I would do though to really take this to the next level. I think it works. You just need, like you said, some bigger artwork, and then maybe the ultra wide. Ultra wide would just kind of like the icing on top.
Yeah,
it would be really, really slick. But yeah, do you have any final thoughts for him? Because I don't really.
One other thing that bothers me is when people leave their LED remotes out.
Yeah, get some Velcro. Put that under your desk.
Yeah, or in your drawer right there.
Yeah, especially when you have a desk like that. You don't have an excuse.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next setup. This one is a little bit more of a headache. Submitted by Phil. He loves to play video games, do some video editing, and the gun is real. I know everyone's going to start spamming gun. Yes, the gun in the back is real. So taking a look at this, knowing that the gun is real, all those fun things. How old do you think he is?
I'm going to say 25.
Holy son of a gun, he's 25. How did you get that? I don't even... What gave it away?
Well, the beer.
Okay. That makes sense.
Other than that, it was just a guess.
Wow, that's a very lucky guess. Yeah, you know, the first thing I'm going to comment on, just like you were saying, the LED remote thing. Like, look at this dude's just got his remotes on his awful Raiders blanket. I'm just kidding. The Raiders are so irrelevant; it doesn't even matter. But that's like so annoying. Doesn't it like irritate you?
Well, I kind of do that.
What?
I mean, if you're just like in bed watching TV.
Okay, but it's okay.
I'm wondering.
But it's not okay for people to put their LED remote on their desk?
No, because they don't need it.
You're a hypocrite, my man. You're a hypocrite. No, I'm kidding.
So where is his TV? Is it above the Red Bull?
Honestly, I have no idea, especially with the way the speakers are on the right side. I mean,
yeah,
he must only have one ear, and that's like how he lives life. But yeah, it doesn't say anything about where the TV is, but I'm going to assume it's to the right of the Red Bull. Maybe like in the corner of the room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I actually had my first like legitimate desk, not one of those crappy $30, $40 desks at Staples or whatever. Like my first desk when I actually first started Pimp My Setup back in 2013 was this desk. And I love this desk. It's like, it was a great desk. But, I mean, it works for him. Normally, like for me, it was too small. It doesn't go that deep at all, which is really frustrating. But it seems to work fine for him. The laptop is one thing that like I don't really like the way that's put out. I would definitely get like the rain stand or something like that to kind of elevate it and make it look a little bit neater. But I feel like there's a lot going on, and then I really look at the desk, and there isn't.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It's just like it's such a small desk that makes things look a lot more compact and whatnot. Like he's got the Apple Watch stand, the iPhone stand, everything's super nice. I mean, I want to put the candle on top of my PS4, but he obviously he doesn't give a shit, you know, because why not, you know? But yeah, it's just like, do you agree with me? It looks like crowded.
Yeah, I'd probably put away the cologne and the hat, and maybe move some of the stuff that's under the monitors.
Yeah.
Or get a monitor mount. Yeah,
that would work great, except this desk, like, there's no lip on the back, so you'd have to mount it to the wall or something like that. Now, another funny thing is people are like, it's cool you have the gun, but, like, that's the stupidest way to show it off. It's like
you should get, like, a shelf or a rack or something.
Yeah, mount it right above your monitors if you really want to show it off, like, in that open area. Yeah. And if someone comes in, you just right off the wall. Okay, I'm just kidding. I know some people in the chat, they're going to start like the gun law, little war in chat. Now, what do you think about the pop vinyls on the left side?
Why are they in boxes?
Some people think that you really have to keep them in there to keep value, which I could care less, but I mean...
well, if you want to just keep them for that, then just go put them in like storage or something.
Then what's the point of even buying them? Come on, dude. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't know. I want to see what the rest of the room looks like to see if that makes sense or not. But for me, I roll out of bed the wrong way, and there go all the pop vinyls. But yeah, overall, I mean, it is just a very simple setup that is... It looks crowded because of the desk size. Like, if you had a bigger desk, it would definitely look like, wow, you know, really out of sight, out of mind's great. It's really usable. But you're working with what you have. Not the end of the world. I don't really think there's an issue with it. Everything works. It's pretty damn good. And what's great about this desk is cable management's so easy. I mean, I see some of the cables behind the monitors, but like everything else is easy because you have the back panel and you just adhere everything to that, and it's like bada bing, bada boom. Now, the other thing I wanted to say real quick is how funny is it that he ran the cable through the Red Bull banner? Like, that's really, really sneaky.
Well, just hide half of it.
Yeah. I mean, really, props there, because I can imagine so many people that didn't even realize that was there. Of course I do, because I'm amazing and I notice everything. But yeah, so I mean, overall, it's just a setup, you know, like words of wisdom right there. But yeah, any final thoughts for him?
The theme is kind of like just all over the place, I feel like. You got the pop vinyls, the gun, and the Red Bull. It's just kind of random. Yeah,
get a theme going on. This next setup, this one's like, it's very different. We've only seen like maybe 3 or 4 of these kind of setups on Pimp My Setup. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But first off, his name is, God damn it, I hate this, Jeroen.
Yeah.
I'll just go with Jeroen. He's from Belgium. He's a graphic designer, print operator in a small company. And he also said, feel free to demolish my setup. Like I always do. Oh, that's nice. How old do you think he is?
19?
20. So yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I look at this, and when I say we don't see a lot of setups like this, I'm talking about setups where it's almost like they want to hide. It's usually like the younger kids that are watching porn. They don't want their parents to walk in and be like, oh my God. So they keep their monitors like, so you see the backside when you walk in, which I like. It's really hard though for cable management. It really is. And back when I actually had the desk in the last setup and I was in a complete different room, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try that. And I did that. And if you watch back on Pimp Matt's setup, you'll see I rotated that desk like 4,000 times. And I really like that. It's such a nice way to use it because, I don't know, it's like an executive way.
Yeah, it's like you're in your own little office.
Yeah, exactly. And it is a really nice thing. And he said he's a graphic designer and blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure it works perfectly for him. And the only problem I see with that is that the desk does not go that far back at all. Like, dude, your nose is probably rubbing up against the monitor, honestly.
Which he doesn't have room for it. It looks like it's already up against his bed.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, which that's the other thing with the bed right there. It's a good thing you said that, because it reminded me like that. I don't know. I just don't like when desks are squeezed in right up against someone's bed.
Yeah.
Because like bed's supposed to be your domain where you just, you know, really can relax and not worry about smashing your skull into your freaking desk or like getting your foot caught in like wires or something. But what do you think about, like, aside from the placement and like the whole surrounding area, what do you think about the desk setup itself?
It's kind of plain, but not really, because he has all those pictures. So I don't know. Yeah,
like cable management, I got to give you props for all the things you did do coming out of the monitor mount and stuff. But like that left side out of the PC is where you're going to need to do a little bit more work.
Yeah, get like some cable sleeving or something.
Yeah, if you sleeve that up, it'll at least look like one nice coherent cable. And then the other thing is behind you. I mean, it probably looks great if you had a webcam and you were doing like a show, but oh my God.
So much.
Do you ever throw anything out? Like, he's got old cans.
Every soda I've ever drank.
Yeah, like, you know, right there. Movies, pop vinyl boxes, even CPU boxes, phone boxes, just a little bit of everything. He even has the sticker from like a TV or his monitor or whatever, like put against the love. It's like, oh, look at us. We're so in love. Oh my God.
He's got deception too, because he's got a picture of his setup on his laptop.
Yeah. That's very fancy. I like that. But yeah, then you see the cables coming out of the laptop and they follow through to the right side and they're like messy. I don't know. I mean, he said, you know, roast me. So I mean, I don't think I'm being that mean. I'm just being honest. Like, I love the idea, the layout of your setup. I really do. And I think that when you're actually using it, it's usable. Monitor's probably a little close, but when you're using it, it works great. And I give you props there. But I mean, even the little Mac setup on the right side with the mouse and all that, like that's probably a little uncomfortable to use.
Yeah, like why are you using a magic mouse?
Yeah, it's there's so many different things that go through my mind in this setup, but really I think that, and you can't even put your desk the other way because you do have that hutch full of crap. You just need a bigger desk, and maybe you need to just not be a person. No, I'm just by the way, did you see that his LED remote is sitting
Yes,
on the
I
right
did.
side? Does that make you angry?
Well, in this setup, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, because now it
There's
doesn't matter.
There's so much stuff. It blends in.
Interesting. Anyways, yeah, someone said Twitch is down. I don't know. It's not me, guys. It's the service. Anyways, so yeah, taking a look at the next setup. Let's get to it. Submitted by Nye. Let's see. Oh my god, I can't read this. It's like all one sentence. Yeah, nothing really gives away his age. So, how old do you think he is? Just by looking at the photo.
12?
Oh my god, he's 12. How are you doing that? That's.
I spent a lot of time while I was rating them, trying to figure out how old they were.
Yeah, well, he is 12, and I think this one is a little bit easier to come to that conclusion. And the one thing that really pisses me off about this setup right off the bat is the headphone and mic thing. It's like
so bad,
dude. It looks like you have 80 cables coming out of your microphone. Like, what?
And he plugged it into the front.
Yeah. Why not run it through the back? I mean, I kind of understand why, because you have that huge panel going down the back of the desk.
Yeah.
So cables probably aren't long enough, but it's like that. You just need to kind of like clean those up, Velcro them nicely to the mic arm. And the problem is the mic arm should really be on the side of the desk, but you can't because it's not a big enough lip. So it's almost like this desk is just treating you really wrong. Yeah,
I think a new desk would definitely be good for the setup.
Yeah. What do you think about like the left side of the desk?
I don't really like how he has everything stacked, because then like if you want to use something, you have to unstack it all. It just doesn't look that good.
Yeah. I'm trying to come up with other things to say. I mean, above the setup, always I would say, do something about that. Right side, all that stuff on the floor. Come on, clean it up. You don't need that. Extend the mouse pad would look nice. You don't need to. I like the keycaps though. Looks really, really cool. Yeah. Curtains on the left side, they ugly. I mean, tell your mom you want that to go. Monster sticker on the desk is super cheesy. The actual speakers, I'd say, plastic dip them. That would be a nice way to kind of.
What is on that left speaker?
I don't know. I literally just zoomed in. I think it's a watch. It's almost like a command hook with a watch on it.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying I think that's what it is.
That's what it looks like. But
Yeah.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, and I do like that he has like the isolation pads for the speakers. That's really nice. But really, it's such a simple setup, and I want to say something about the chair, but I'm just going to hold back. Yeah. So, I mean, do you have thoughts for him?
I would get rid of the boxes on the right. I don't like boxes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's so simple. I feel like you could make it look really, really good with a little bit of work.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next setup. I know he's probably like, God damn it, I waited forever and I'm already off the setup episode. But this next one I think is definitely a huge improvement. Submitted by Cameron. Let's see. He likes console and PC gaming, and he submitted 4 times and he finally got on. And trust me, it was worth the wait, because if I let him on before, I would have just kicked him down and he would have started crying. It would have been awful. But now, since he's on the show, I think he deserves it. So, how old do you think he is?
14?
Oh my God. Dude, he's really 14. It's starting to piss me off that you're getting all of them right. Yeah, so 14, and cable management is sexual. The reason, actually, I just said he's 14. Here I am saying the word sexual. So, the cable management's nice.
It's like perfect.
Yeah, but if I was to tell you his secret, you'd probably be like, oh, that's not fair. So, do you want to hear the secret or no?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you look on the right side, it looks like a dead body lumped under the desk.
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's a huge net that catches all the, I mean, when I say catches everything, I mean everything.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But if I showed you the picture of it, you'd probably be like it is to the point where it's probably one day just going to explode. It's like packed in like to the max, and it's definitely going to give out one day. That's the thing. When you use these sort of things, like that's not really cable management. A lot like the IKEA Signum isn't cable management. Yes, you can use it for cable management, but it's really just a floor in the air, and you got to put a little bit of time into it so that it's not overflowing. You know,
imagine trying to switch out a cable or something.
I'm telling you, if he had to do that, he would just be better off getting a whole new setup. And that's the other thing. Like the cables are actually all over the place. Even behind it, but you don't see that at a normal angle. So in that case, it is, you know, in a pretty good position because that's all that matters. Now, the actual, I mean, those desks, I don't like the way he has it set up personally.
Yeah, why is the other one lower?
Yeah, that, and it's not even all the way back into the wall because he really wanted that light to be set up. Plus, those things are so small. Like, I don't know, that must be really annoying because there's like, that's probably like 20 inches deep, and that's like just painful on so many levels. Nice tabletops, just not going to work for his setup forever. I mean, for now, if you like it, then go for it. But really, you have 2 monitors, keyboard, mouse, and Astro mix amp, and your desk is overflowing. Like that's not what you want. You want it, like, you want to have that stuff on and have so much room for activities. But instead, you're like, I can't move my hand. Like, dude, your wrist, I mean, especially look at the wrist pad of the keyboard. I mean, that's just like no room at all. That's probably uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like right on the edge.
Yeah. What do you think about the right, the placement of everything on the right side?
I would switch the PC and the Xbox because it's just weird.
Yeah.
And then he's got his gamer grip right by his controller.
Yeah. Nice little addition. I agree though. I mean, I get it. You want the light in the corner, but it just looks so awkward when it's not up against the wall. And then, like you said, having the PC there, but then having the Xbox to the left side, it's like, what's the point of that? iPad stand, I always think would be cool. You know, a nice little addition. I love how he gets the white iPad. That'd be the one dude who I would expect to get black. And he gets the white Xbox and the white Astro mix amp and white Astros. It's like, this is the one time I would actually recommend he have black everything, honestly.
Yeah.
What do you think about the wall art?
I like it, but it's not positioned well.
Yeah, it's kind of random. You gotta iron out that flag, bro. You can't just, that's just disrespectful, man. But yeah, I mean, again, simple setup. I like that you have the footrest. I recommend, trust me, I know so many people that are like, I don't need a footrest. Footrests are dumb. Dude, when I got my first footrest, my life changed. Okay.
Yeah.
I went from using like a subwoofer to like using anything around me, to all of a sudden I had like a legit footrest, and I was like, wow, this is great. Do you have a footrest or no?
I have like one of those little storage cubes, but it's kind of too high. You
Okay.
need, like an actual footrest.
Yeah, get one, because like I think that's the IKEA one that he has. That's really cheap. Granted, mine is a little bit more expensive because it has, I shit you not, it has massage beads in the middle, and oh my god, like I don't sit there and like rub my feet with it, but it's fun. Like it's just some, because my feet never know what to do with themselves. So having a footrest is nice. If you don't have one, that's one of the things I would recommend. But speaking of footrest, let's go to the next setup where your feet can't do anything. No, just kidding. So submitted by Conor. God damn it, my voice. 8th grade male who resides in northeastern region of the United States. What the I swear to God, that's what his email says. His setup is,
so if he's in 8th grade, I'm going to have to change my age guess.
Oh, what was your original age?
My original guess was 16.
16. What do you think now?
Let's see, how old are you in 8th grade?
I don't know.
13?
You think 13? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
He's actually 34. He's going back through the school system to kind of get some general education. No, I'm kidding.
That's great.
He's 14, and my setup is where I spend most of my time outside. Oh, I thought he said that I spend most of my time away from my setup. I was like, what? That defeats the purpose. Usually gaming, browsing the internet, jamming out to music. He loves playing the drums. And he says, I don't care if you criticize my setup. I'm always looking for ways to improve. I mean, this is like the most mature 14-year-old email I've read so far. And you know what? Props for you for not caring if I was to rip you to shreds. So with that said, let's rip them to shreds, guys. No, I'm not going to, because you know what? You obviously get good grades. I mean, look at the left side of your desk. That right there says, yeah, I get good grades, because guess what? I got a different color highlighter for every subject. I got myself some Post-it notes. I mean, you can tell this kid cares about school. And if that's true, then kudos to you and keep it up, because it will be worth it in the long haul. Don't be like me, okay? But yeah, I mean, he's got binders and stuff in the middle section. But again, I hate to be that guy, but this is not a corner desk. It's not. And I don't know why people continuously want to argue with me. This is not a corner desk. Yes, it goes into the corner of your room if you want, but it's an L desk. Maybe not the best L, maybe more of a V. But there's so many different things that tell you it's not an L desk. When your balls are being crushed by a piece of the desk when you're sitting in the corner, then I will tell you it is not a corner desk.
This is 2 different desks, right?
It is, but I mean, it's not stopping him from using it as a triple monitor setup.
Like in the corner, there's nothing there.
Yeah, and that's why he's able to even clamp the triple monitor mount to something. Yeah. And that's the problem. If you want to connect desks, get like a Linmon where there's nothing underneath, and then have a desk like what is the name of that one on the right? Because that's an IKEA desk, I'm almost positive. I think it's not the Mickey. It's can't think of it. But the left one, like, that's what you're supposed to have if you're a college student and you have no room in your house.
I'm pretty sure I had that same desk.
Yeah, Tom had that desk and he wasn't even into setups, you know, so he had that, and that's like super cheesy, and it's not really the best desk ever, but it works for what he's doing. Don't get me wrong. I really like the way he set the desks up, and it would work great if he didn't have the ghetto triple monitor setup. Because look at the keyboard and the mouse. That's just stupid.
Yeah, I would probably like knock my keyboard off like every day.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can confirm, but it looks like the right desk is just tad higher.
It is.
Right? Yeah, because like, dude, you click the left side and you click the right, and your keyboard's like going back and forth. That is the most like annoying thing ever. You're supposed to have tons and tons of room for that stuff, but I forget the rule. It's supposed to be like your elbow is supposed to be able to go on the edge of the desk, and then when you put your hands down, your hands should be on your keyboard. That's what I remember reading. So everyone do that right now. Take your hands, take your arms, put your elbow right above your elbow to the corner of your desk, and then plop your hands down. And you should.
That doesn't work for me.
No, it should be remotely, like, I mean, I'm not talking like your hands touch the keyboard perfectly, but I'm saying you shouldn't have to be like a freaking dinosaur with short arms. It's all about having some nice breathing room, and in this setup, I think it's painful on so many different levels. Put yourself on the right side. Get rid of that right monitor. You don't need that. Have the dual monitor set up for now on the right desk, will work perfectly. Guess what? Can't clamp it back? Oh well. Then I mean that really does suck. I see what you're trying to do, but your usability of the keyboard and mouse shouldn't be awful just so you could have 3 monitors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what do you think about everything else?
I think that he has a good theme started with the keyboard, mouse, and mouse pad, but I think he should put something on the wall or get some other red stuff. Maybe a red wallpaper.
Yeah, that would be nice. It's like the typical wallpaper that everybody uses. Yeah. And some people in chat are like, my hands don't even reach anything. It's like, I don't even want to know what your setup looks like. A lot of people in chat, though, are saying that it is working for them. And if it is, then that's good. But yeah, I made the joke earlier about, someone said, how does he even have legs? I mean, I made the joke about his crotch being not in the most favorable spot ever, but I'm sure it's not super painful. Then again, apparently someone says he's their favorite pain in the ass. That's a weird.
Yeah.
That was a weird spot for that too.
Yeah.
He likes to look at every so often. He's doing work and all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I'm someone's favorite pain in the ass. Yeah. And then without music, life would be joke. Insert
Wow.
music. Oh shit! You just made me look dumb. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know that stuff. Plus, tell your parents that they need to get with it and put those tubs away and all that shit. Like that's just unacceptable.
I wonder if he's in like a basement.
It looks like it, but you know what? I hate when people have basements that are just like super dirty and like overcrowded. Like, come on, clean that space out.
And it looks nice too. Like it has wood floor and
Yeah, seriously. That's like, it's not like a crap garage where you have,
Yeah.
stupid floors that aren't even finished. But yeah, okay. We spent too much time on that setup. So we're going to go to the next setup and speed it up here. We got 4 more to go, I believe. So let's see. Next setup submitted by, what's his name? Vaughn. Vaughn said, what up, diggity dogs? I'm in the 8th grade. I have a soft spot in my heart for tech. Oh, God. How old do you think he is?
14.
Yep. 8th grade gave it away.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is like, oh my God, the potential here is just mind-boggling. It's like really so much potential, but just not good.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave him a 0 for cable management because you know what? That's not even cable management. That's just like you being like, hey, Matt, look at this shit. You mad? And it's just like, basically wrapping it through the handles of his drawers. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
like, I don't care. Look at this cable. This cable's over here. Like he really has no F's given. And that really makes me angry because everything else, the walls look badass with that brick.
Beam is really good.
Yeah, that light with the thing that comes over, whatever, is like a tree branch thing. Like really, 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 really nice. I like the view of trees. I mean, I always like to look at trees all day. Really though, everything's super nice. I don't get the right side of the desk. Like, I mean,
No.
I see why you didn't sit there because you'd have to literally have no legs to
You
enjoy
can
it.
have one leg.
Yeah, it's like, and you have to sit kind of like slanted so that it actually fits. I don't know.
Why is the Xbox down there?
Because why not? That's the real question. I just want to know who designed the desk. Like, you know what? We're going to have about 10 inches of space here. I think that's a good enough gap, and we'll just close it up. Like, no, that's stupid. That's really stupid. And if you're sitting at the desk using the monitor, and you're like, yeah, I need to open up this right drawer. Boom! Right into my kneecap. Like, it just seems like a painful desk, but I love the top. I love the look of it. I just feel like maybe...
it looks really good.
Yeah, the person who designed it may not have the biggest brain in the world.
If you could, I would try to get rid of that middle drawer and maybe just put like an IKEA leg or something.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, if you got that out of there, then you're perfect. But the only problem is, like you were saying, they're 2 separate tabletops, so you do need something to support it. And I understand the idea behind it. But what are you doing for the back one? You know, the one in the far corner. However you're supporting that, do the same damn thing to the other desk, and you'll be fine. But yeah, I would maybe get some curtains or like blinds of sorts. Does he have? No, I guess. What is that? No, that's just like part of the. No, I guess he doesn't. So I don't know why you don't have those.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be nice because sometimes you don't want to look at trees, you know? So sometimes you just want to close it up, get some blackout curtains. It would look nice. I love the light overhead. I mean, really, I love the atmosphere. I like the coloring of everything. I feel like it's super, super badass. But you're an evil human for doing that with your cables. It's just, how do you sit there and say like, yeah, this is good?
I would unplug my computer.
Yeah, like look at how everything's wrapped over. Like your legs have to touch at the power strip is just like, yeah, I'm hanging for life here. And of course he has a snowball. That explains it. So, yeah. Any final thoughts?
No, I think that's about it.
Oh my God, the guys in chat. He said desk is do-it-yourself, made by me. Well, that explains it. What is wrong with you? Bolt that shit into the wall and get rid of that middle cabinet because you don't need the drawer there. Anyways, okay. Next setup of the day submitted by Louis or Louise. I think it's Louis. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Whoever it is.
I think Louis.
Louis, yeah. It's got an O in it, and that really confused me. But anyways, how old do you think? Actually, I don't have his age because this is a resubmission. He didn't give me his age. Damn it. Hold on, I'll find it right now. I'll find it. His age is... Okay, I got it. How old do you think he is?
11?
15. Ha, ha, you got it wrong. Ha, ha, you can cry to your mom now, bitch. Ha. Okay, I'm kidding. All right, so knowing that he's 15, okay, one thing I don't get is you gave it like a really bad theme score. What was the reasoning behind that?
It's just like random stuff, especially if he's 15. Like, I don't know. There's nothing that relates. And so like the PC's red, the keyboard is green and blue. I guess the keyboard's like a rainbow, and then the mouse is green.
Maybe he likes the rainbow. Skittles, taste the rainbow.
I guess if your theme is rainbow.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. A lot of people always associate, like, in my shed, I have so many different shades of color, and people get so mad at me. They're like, what's the theme, bro? Is it yellow? Is it red? Is it blue? It's like, no, the theme is whatever the fudge cakes I want it to be. Because I feel like that's what makes it look so badass, is that I have a little bit of everything. The shelves are like a huge pop of color, and I feel like he did a good job at that. With like above, he's got the, you know, the Dragon Ball Z thing, the globe, the skull, the lava lamp, the cars, and I mean, I agree that maybe it's not really laid out in the best way possible, and I think the boxes are overrated. But I don't think that it's like awful. It's just he's got so much desk space and like so much shelf space, and he's like, that
was another thing. It's kind of empty, and he doesn't have anything on the walls.
Yeah. Like, if anything, you should be putting a lot of, like, look at my shelves. I have tons of little things, but then I also have a lot of like bigger things to kind of, you know, fill up that open space, and I feel like that's what he's really missing out on. But I think those are just like the kitchen countertops with some legs on it, which I love the look of that. Really, really do. But what do you think about the actual setup?
The keyboard is, I don't know why it's pushed back like that.
CSGO thing, gotta be.
I like the PC and the monitor. You have so much space, though. I would probably get another monitor if you can. Yeah.
Like, one of the things that when I look at it, it's like where the globe is. Why doesn't your PC go there, tilted, so we could see the window? Because it has a window. Why not do that? Because then we could, you know, light it up a little bit more with the red LEDs. And then at least you have like a centerpiece to kind of go off of, and it'll make the actual setup part not, because think about what, you know, it's a lot of open desk space, as I said like a million times, but when you're actually sitting there, when he looks to the right side, he's just seeing the computer. Yeah. And you should be seeing that like open space. That's the whole point of having all that desk. So I definitely think that moving that into a different spot, I don't think you have to put it under. I don't think so. But maybe put it against the wall, and yeah, I don't know. I'm already bored of this setup. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, that's about it.
All right. Next setup of the day. Now, I'm just going to preface this by saying this is a fast pass, and this is like the 30th photo that he took for me. I was like, dude, the camera quality is not really the best. So then he finally sent me this, and I was like, all right, it works. And he turned the monitors off, which, guys, keep your monitors on for the photo. It makes it look so much better. Yeah. But anyways, before we talk about the actual setup, how old do you think he is?
15?
God damn it. Yeah, he's 15. That's really annoying. So yeah, okay, taking a look at this, I know the picture quality is not the best, blah, 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 blah. But I think we could sum this up super, super quick. Apparently it's like a very, very new setup. And it's exciting. And I guess he was so excited to the point where he's like, oh my God, I did it. Let's send pictures to Pimp My Setup. Yeah, no, you shouldn't have done that. Like, here's the thing. Cable management for the most part is pretty good. We see two cables come off from the left side. We see the one cable underneath that can be fixed easily. The monitor cables can be fixed very, very easily. And then you'll have perfect cable management. Walls, though, fill that up with something. You got Venom over here. Why not do like a superhero or a villain kind of theme? Get like a big canvas piece, or it doesn't have to be like a million things on the wall. Just one big piece to kind of tell a story a little bit more. I mean, you got a lot of breathing room underneath. That works perfectly. It's so dark I can't even see what half of this shit is. But
yeah, what's behind his mouse pad?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, because pop vinyl and then something. I don't know if it's like a dock, you know, USB thingamajigger. I don't even know what it is. Anyone chat think they could solve the mystery? Because I don't know, it's so contrasty I can't even see. But like the box, the Corsair box,
get rid of that.
Yeah, you don't need that. Maybe over time you have to put your PC underneath, but if you're keeping the monitor arrangement like that, it's perfect. I don't think it's a big deal. But if it is becoming a problem with your hand as you're moving the mouse around, then it should go underneath. But if you're not touching the case when you use the mouse, then I don't think it's really that big of a deal. People are saying GoPro. Oh my! Part of me wanted to say GoPro, but like,
Why is it so dark?
I don't know.
No, it's not a GoPro.
It's not a GoPro. It reminds me of like a webcam-ish kind of thing, but it's
Yeah.
like way too big on top. And he already has a webcam.
Yeah.
It's a division.
Like something Don, like just on.
Someone said it's a thing. Thank you, Johnny. No, someone said it's a Division collectible from Loot Crate. That sounds a little bit more. Okay. Well, regardless,
Okay.
that's stupid. I mean, I had to see it with light on. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. But did you notice and great, thank you, car, for driving by, you dick. Did you notice the snowball on the right side?
Oh, yes.
It's very interesting. I like the attempt at setting that up because it won't show on stream. Yeah, guys, trust me, there is a snowball in the corner. Go full shot on it. You still can't see it. You can kind of see it in the corner.
Yeah,
It's on that boom pole. Yeah, it's on the boom pole. But he can't clamp it to the desk, so I do give you props there, and it doesn't take up desk space. So good job. Very nice. Any final thoughts?
No, not other than get some stuff for your wall, get rid of the box, and take your pop vinyl out of the box.
Yeah, it's becoming a new thing. I mean, if you look at my shot, you'll see I took them all out. In my room, I have like 40 more. So I don't know. I keep all the boxes though, because one day when I die, my kids will be like, yes, we'll sell this shit for money. All right, final setup of the day. Episode 89, we saw Marcus's setup. And Marcus was like, listen, I'm an overachiever, okay? I took what you said and I did it. And I'm back now. And I want a good score. And that's basically what he said to me. Because I told him, I was like, dude, he had Star Wars wallpapers and that's it. And he's like, yeah, my theme's Star Wars. I'm like, what? So you see, like, he's got the little shelves on the left.
Yeah, I knew I had seen this somewhere before.
Yeah. So he added some Star Wars stuff there. And apparently on the right side of his setup, he has like Star Wars posters. He tells me that. He doesn't send me a picture though. So we're just going to take his word for it. But anyways, how old do you think he is?
I said 20.
That's the crazy thing. He's only 15.
I wish I had that one.
Yeah. So a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's bull crap. But basically, let me kind of break it down here. I think he got a lot of inspiration from Yazid.
Yeah.
A lot of people know about Yazid. I've done like 2 videos about his setup already. Now, I'm just spitballing here. I could be completely wrong. But it's almost exactly like Yazid's setup with like the way that he has the extra table for his Xbox and PS4 that are also wrapped with like slick wraps or D-brand skin. And then he's got the headphone stand right there. Like literally that's exactly how Yazid's setup is. Plus he's got like the black and red chair. He's got the, you know, I'm not saying he copied him. I'm just saying like it's funny because it's almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because when I first saw Yazid's setup, I was like, dude, put some stuff on the wall, like, you know, whether it's figurines or it's posters or just fill up the space. Now, then he sent me updated photos. Now look at it. He sent me updated photos with putting stuff on the wall and kind of having a little bit more of a coherent theme. And it's funny how it works. But with all that in mind, it doesn't mean it's the perfect setup ever. He's got the LED remote on the side, so I'm sure Jimmy's probably fuming.
Definitely
right now.
put that away.
Yeah.
Like it just sticks out.
It's funny because there's a drawer literally right on
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. The placement of the speakers is no bueno, senor. It's not going to work with those speakers because I feel like it is just slightly cutting off. And it would be better if you could rotate them upside down, but they obviously won't stand like that. You could try laying them down. They're probably ugly as hell when they're laying down. But it's like they're just kind of blocking off. You don't want them to be behind the monitors even a little bit. It's just nice to have them. Like, look, you see the shadows in that photo. You can see like, how much it's behind the monitors. You want them to be kind of at the same level as the monitors. I don't know. Am I being a little bitch by saying that, or?
I mean, I don't think they look very good. If this were my setup, I would get like a sound bar. That's what I have.
Yeah.
I think it just looks a lot nicer.
Yeah, and then the last thing, and this is Marcus is probably shaking his head right now, but the PC, dude, that is just like, and I'm not trying to be a douche. I don't care about pre-built stuff. You do what you want to do. Tom, go to the other photo. Yeah, you see it right there. That shit's ugly though. It's like really in the worst possible spot ever. You're just like, okay, well, I really need this. I mean, obviously it's a good PC because it's pushing 4 monitors. I mean, I'm not saying it's awful, but it's like just ugly. It's kind of like when. No, I had a bad joke. I'm not gonna say it. But basically, like, put that down on the floor. You know, unless you're gonna get, for someone like you with the money you're just dropping like it's nothing, then you need to get yourself one of those sick ass cases that really show off red and black, and it will look amazing. But for now, put that away. It's kind of like the ugly stepchild. You don't show it off, like you don't post pictures on Facebook. Like, look at my stepchild. You just don't. So I know someone's like, I'm a stepchild. My dad never posts photos of me on Facebook. But yeah, and someone said ugly like you. Yeah. Do you think I really go walk around and say, look at how pretty I am? No. So yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. Do you agree with the PC thing?
Yeah, it just kind of sticks out. Everything else is so like perfect, and it's just not. Yeah,
and everyone's like, everyone says I'm being nitpicky. Yeah, obviously, it's a great freaking setup. I got a nitpick. But yeah, get a new case and then show that off. Put that with the Xbox and PS4, and it will look sexual on so many levels. Someone said, you are pretty. Thank you. And then someone said, it's like trying to glorify a crappy house. Yeah, I agree. So now you spend all the money on your setup. Put a little more thought into the PC. But now it's part of the show where I give the scores and make people cry. So first setup submitted by Sam. Sam got a 77. Phil got a 72. Jeroen got a 75. Oh, sorry. Am I going too fast?
Phil got it.
Okay, we're on to Na and Phil.
Got there.
Okay, Phil got a 72. Jeroen got a 75. Or I forget how to say his name, is 65. Cameron got second place with an 86. Conor got a 61. Vaughn got a 72. Lewis got a 78. Tom got a 71. And Marcus got a 94. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair, right? It was good, fair scores. Works good. But yeah, that's it for episode number 102 of Pimp My Setup. Recorded live on May 15th, 2016. Sorry that the number's wrong at the top. If that actually made you mad, get out. Just get out. That's it. You can find me on Twitter at MattPhilly.
You can find me on Twitter at Jimmy Cirillo.
Boom. There we go. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flippity flap.